Yeah. I go through it. I gotta accept that I'm a. I pull up in several different options. That I will most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could end up being all about the defense as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Browns are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Bengals, who will need to find a way to move the football.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Here we go!
Looking to throw. Runs through the contact. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and now it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Gallman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Detroit!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the ground, it's Gallman again. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Thompson, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They run again with Jackson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
On 3rd down. That's Jackson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now it's Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when this was. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Coleman has it here right side. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 14. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And from down in Miami, an update. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Coleman. Able to slither by. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Fresh set of downs here.
Detroit!
Here's Coleman on the toss. Oh, look at that. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Garoppolo being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Coates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet.
And now it's blocked. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep here for Landry. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll begin with a run by Goldman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now back to throw. Going long for Coates. And got his man complete. 30, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sammy Coates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on comes the Bengal kicker, Jake Elliott, here on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Coates. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back to throw. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 55.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
All right, now, lucky
A good
56.
pickup there at 20 yards.
Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And pick six, extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
All right, here we go. Gun!
They will run again with Coleman, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Set! Boom! Gun!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Space to run past the 20. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Watch it now, Barney. 4 down, 4 down. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check 3. Hurry up, here we go. 3. Under 10. Under 10.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Green, 39.
Coleman now. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Oh, nice move. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 46. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Gallman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run the counter now on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll look to throw here. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Leopard, black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw is Garoppolo. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the 49ers have moved out in front in that game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They start on the ground with Gallman and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He finds Coleman. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too. And
he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Coleman. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. This is Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Watch tight end. Detroit! Here we go. Hang on there. Leopard!
Garoppolo now. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Watch twist. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you. You're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll.